Now, I am not one to praise French people very often, but there are some who sometimes can say something rather profound. One of these people is the pirate lookalike Rene Descartes. Now, though he is French, don't let that put you off. He also isn't actually a pirate. Maybe that could put you off a little. He did have one good idea though, and that is this: Cogito ergo sum. I think, therefore I am. But what does this actually mean? Descartes, in his famous meditations, wants to find out what we can be certain of, absolutely so. And to do this, we must use something that he calls hyperbolic doubt. That means we have to doubt absolutely everything that we can. Rene then thinks, what tricks us? What deceives us? What makes us doubt reality? You ever seen an optical illusion? When we look at illusions, they trick us into believing we see something that isn't actually there, that the world is different, that the swirly image on the page is moving. Our senses can be fooled then. But what if our senses are being fooled right now? What if they're always being fooled? Our senses therefore cannot be trusted under hyperbolic doubt. So we cannot trust anything that we get from our senses as being certain knowledge. Next then, Descartes turns to dreams. With just illusions, I may not be experiencing what is real, but I do know I'm awake, and or do I? How do I know I'm not dreaming? Now I know you're thinking this guy's a bit of a nut. What you need to remember is we're working under the idea of hyperbolic doubt. When you dream, do you know you're dreaming? I don't. So how do I know that this isn't all a dream? I don't. Unless, of course, you're one of those people who can lucid dream. But let's just ignore that. There are things, though, that you can't fool yourself with when you're in a dream. Even if you believe in a dream that the rules of maths and logic aren't true, they still are true. 2 plus 2 is always going to equal 4. And right angles are always going to equal 90 degrees. And the laws of logic are always going to be the way they are. Or are they? What if there was a being so unbelievably powerful and clever and evil that it could keep our souls tricked in such a way that we would believe anything, even things that to us seem absolutely certain, like the laws of mathematics? But this thing has tricked us into believing that the laws of mathematics it has given us are true ones when they are in fact not. This being can present our tiny minds with whatever it wants and force us to believe anything. All our laws of logic aren't true. Everything we know, including the idea of true and false, all lies. It seems then that we simply have to doubt everything. Or do we? Consider the fact that we are doubting. And even if I wanted to doubt the fact that I am doubting, I would then be in turn doubting. It is therefore impossible to doubt that I am doubting. Descartes now knows that he is doubting, or at least there is doubt. Now, doubt is a type of thought, and this thought cannot be doubted. I therefore know that there is thought, and thought must come from a thinker, and since there is thought, there must be a thinker, and I must exist in some way. I think, therefore I am. Or do I? Hume, another philosopher, coming about 100 years later and being gloriously British, read this and wasn't so sure. Hume posits that Descartes can only be sure that there is thought. There might not actually be a thinker. It may simply be that there is only a bundle of thought or perceptions and not actually someone thinking or perceiving. According to Hume, Descartes has made a leap here that cannot be justified. But I'll leave that up to you guys to discuss down in the comments section. Please solve it. I mean, no one solved it in years, but if you guys think you can, go for it. This book, The Meditations, has had a strange legacy. The first 2 chapters, which I have briefly recapped over the course of this video, are considered widely brilliant, incredible. People love this. They eat it up. It's undoubtable. Except from some people like Hume. People bloody love this. And then the chapters 3 through 6, however, are very contentious and consistently making leaps that one might call unjustified. And that's why we see chapters 1 and 2 influencing films like The Matrix or Inception, and 3 to 6 are not seen in media. In my opinion, I think this is justified. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed. Descartes and I have always had a turbulent relationship, but I hope I represented his argument as kindly as possible. Maybe you're with Descartes, or perhaps you're leaning towards Team Hume. Let me know in the comment section down below. You should like and subscribe. Please. Pretty please. If you want to stay up to date, ring the bell or go on my social medias. Links, as always, are in the description down below. You will also find my TIL if you're on YouTube, and my YouTube if you're on TIL. And as always, I will see you next week, babies.